This was originally going to be a ranking video, where I say which suit is my favorite. My problem, however, was they're all my favorite. As well, I had gotten complaints with my spider symbol evolution video that I didn't talk about how they changed over time. So I thought I would combine these two ideas for this one video. Now, this is going to be the suits from the Sony films. I don't want to include Nicholas Hammond. This will also only be the main suits, so none of the homemade suits. With all that said, let's begin. The first suit I'll be talking about is the oldest in this list, from way back in 2002. The suit was designed by James Acheson. This suit was for Spider-Man's big cinematic debut, so they had to get this right, and in the end, it's a pretty well made suit. It's recognizable by comic book fans, as well as being its own thing. What I've noticed about this suit is it's very angular. The way the red runs down the torso is a triangle. The lenses are also triangular, as well as the web design on the face, all triangles. All over the red and the blue sections of the suit, there's this square honeycomb pattern. Of course, the thing most notable is the raised webbing, which adds dimension, but this was also put there to help with the CGI at the time. If they had flat webs, the CG would look totally fake, so they avoided that by adding 3D sculpted webs. They also added printed muscles onto the fabric, so that way it would look more defined. Last, but certainly not least, we have the spider symbols. The front spider has the same leg length on the top as the bottom, and this just looks early 2000s. For the back spider, it's like they combined the goofy round spider with the front spider layout. It's also pointy, which reminds me of the Ultimate Comics design. The next suit I'll be talking about is the one from Spider-Man 2 and 3. There are differences between 2 and 3, but they're so minor, I decided to group them together. Already, the suit looks still very much like the first film. It's got the same design. However, the colors have been tweaked and they changed the muscle suit. Rather than being bulky, like in the first film, they reduced it to make for a more leaner, agile looking Spider-Man. The suit was also designed by the same person, James Acheson. More webbing was added around the glove, around the fingers, and on the palms. As well, the colors for the suit were more richer and popped more. The front and back spider was also changed from the first film. The legs length for the bottom part of the front spider are longer than the top portion. As well, the top part of the legs are closer together. For the back spider, it looks leaner. The legs are longer, but skinnier. It looks like it flows a lot more nicer with the shape of Spider-Man's muscular back. Now on to the black suit from Spider-Man 3. While it does look like the red suit painted black, there are more differences with this suit. The lens frames are white instead of black. As well, it has a different spider symbol. When designing the suit, they were trying to bring a more comic-accurate suit. However, they felt that the raised webbing, going away to become a flat black, just wouldn't work, so they stuck with the raised webbing. We then move on to the Amazing Spider-Man. Now, I'll be honest, when I first saw this suit, I did not like it. I felt like it was such a big departure from what we had gotten previously. Orange lenses, blue on the gloves and boots, and this weird basketball texture. However, over time, I've come to love it for what it is. Kim Barrett, the same costume designer for The Matrix, was tasked with designing a suit that a teenager would be able to make. And I think they achieved that by making it look messy with lots of webs. For the lenses, they looked through lots of sunglasses to try and find the one that looked like Spidey's lenses. The blue on this suit was brighter than it had been before. This time around, for the spider symbol, they made it part of the suit, which was actually an unused concept in the previous films. For the outside of the leg design, there was this red line connecting from the belt to the boots, which to me looks like a design from jogging pants. Speaking of boots, they took tennis shoes and made them into boots. Because this suit was so different, I think it became its own thing and marked a period in time for Spider-Man's film history. And now it's Spider-Man 2, baby. When I first saw the set photos of this suit, I was totally freaking out. It was like Spider-Man leapt right out of the comic book. The costume was designed by Deborah Lynn Scott, who also designed the costumes for Back to the Future, Titanic, Avatar, and Transformers. This is just a great suit. The red and the blue are like silk, and it looks like it took inspiration from Mark Bagley. The suit went back to the square honeycomb pattern, rather than the raised honeycomb like the previous suit had. Lenses this time around are solid white and look like a window mesh. The web shooters are red, with black and silver parts on it, and it's all in a triangle shape. The belt this time connects to the torso. The previous one didn't. The front spider is smaller, but is still pointy and long. The red top of the back, same as the previous film, where there's this blue rectangle cut out to make room for the spider. Next up, it's the Stark suit that appeared in Civil War, Homecoming, Infinity War, and Far From Home. And I gotta say, when I saw the design of the suit in Civil War, I was absolutely in love with it. And then I saw the actual practical suit in Homecoming, and I loved it even more. The costume was designed by Louise Frogley, and it's very clear that this suit is taking inspiration from John Romita's design. The webs this time are much more simpler and spaced out than they have been on film, and the goofy spider has returned. While it has that classic look, it also has the thick black lines along the red parts of the costume to separate it, along with thick black web shooters, black belt for web cartridges, and blue parts have vertical lines, because it's a tech suit. Rather than doing a honeycomb design like the previous movies have done, this suit has a checkerboard pattern on the blue and a dot pattern on the red. The front spider symbol on this suit is the smallest it's ever been. As well, the insignia has a man part of the spider. Of course, now we have the Iron Spider suit, which appeared in Homecoming, Infinity War, Endgame, and Far From Home. I can't seem to find the person that designed the costume. That's probably because it was entirely CG. Now this suit looks more traditional than its comic book counterpart. It's as if they combined Ben Reilly's giant spider, the classic suit design, and some gold to make it Iron Spider. I like that they kept it traditional for this suit rather than just doing a completely different one. I like the bluish black combined with the gold accents and shiny red. Another thing they changed was the back spider. They replaced the goofy spider to be the same symbol as the front, but red. Next up, it's the stealth suit, or the undercover suit, or the watchful protector suit, or whatever you want to call it. It was designed by Annabee Shepherd, and it looks neat. Looks like it's a shield suit, and also looks like it's inspired by the noir suit from the comics. There is also no spider symbol anywhere on this suit. If you've seen the movie, you know why. Overall, it's a pretty sick suit. Alright, last but certainly not least, we have the upgraded suit, which was also designed by Annabee Shepherd. This suit is red and black, and it looks like it's taken the Amazing Fantasy issue 15 look and added some Miles Morales into it. The white symbol on the back looks like how it did in Amazing Fantasy, despite that longer legs. It is a lighter color. The texture pattern on the black is not like how it was with the Stark suit, with the checkerboard, but instead looks like line work, which to me looks like spiderweb design. I like that the thick black lines don't break up the red, but instead now flow with the red. The bulky black web shooters that were on the Stark suit have gone away with this one, and it seems like it's a more simpler suit, that they've gone back to basics. So, as you can see, each suit gives its own feeling and reflects the style and tone of its film. The 2000s trilogy is exaggerated, typically for humorous effect, and the suit reflects that, with its triangle lenses that are really exaggerated. The Amazing Duology is more science-focused and complex, and the suit reflects that. Its complex webbing is on the costume. The MCU films move away from what previous Spidey movies have done, and the suit reflects that, with having flat webs instead of the raised webbing that the previous franchises had. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments your thoughts about Spider-Man suits. As well, if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to thwip the subscribe and like button, and You can check out some of my other videos on the right side, especially the one that I mentioned before about the evolution spider symbol video. And I'll see you next time.